Good evening. It is a beautiful evening here in Worcestershire. We've just enjoyed the Cars in the Valley, is what it's called, at Shelsley Walsh Hill Climb. And we've left to take the Minx back to where it needs to go, broken down. Not only have we broken down, we broke down on a hill. In fact, I'll show you the hill. So we broke down on that hill there. And I thought, if I can just get to this lay-by, we'll be perfectly safe, because there's a lay-by here with a little access road. So I've reversed back down there, and then I've given it a bit of full lock and gone straight down the ditch. So the problem is, the rear wheel, I didn't realise that this isn't like a full lay-by. It's basically a concrete thing. And I've dropped the Minx off the back, and it can't get back up. And when I did try it, basically what we ended up with was almost a small fire. So I've crashed the car, which is a difficult one to explain. It was an Italian night, so I'm hoping you will see some Ferraris, because there were some pretty cool cars there. So, yeah. I mean, the Minx isn't running very well. It doesn't really like, it doesn't really like anything at the minute. Made it to the show fine. But, yeah, this is a little bit embarrassing. It's basically fallen off the road. But it looks scenic here, doesn't it? I mean, it's a little bit embarrassing. Thankfully, you can't really tell from the road. It just looks like I'm taking pictures. Nobody needs to know that my car's stuck. To be honest, though, it's a good job I didn't go any further. We'd have been in the bush. I think if it had gone any further, look. That is a bit of a drop. We'd have gone straight through that fence. Now, we'd have bounced off that tree. We'd have landed on the tree there. Which, yeah. Oh, dear. That is funny. Ron will pull us straight out of this, though. Rescue Ron. Ron's on the way. He said he's 17 minutes away. Oh, it's a beautiful looking car, isn't it? It really is quite lovely, especially with a 12-year-old hanging out the driver's window. Don't touch the handbrake, whatever you do. It'll be sideways. So, oh, look, there's my hand. As we wait for Rescue Ron to arrive, I might as well show you some of the pictures from the event look, and what I'll do is I'll voice over them as well, and then we'll have a nice little edited video in the 17 minutes that it's going to take for Ron to get here. When you look at it from this angle, it's quite ridiculous. I just presumed it was like a big dirt road opening section, but it's not. It's like a concrete, and there's like a foot drop, so my bad, but at least it's out of the way and it's safe. Which, you know, it could be worse. We could have broken down somewhere not safe. I need to stop using the Minx until it's working properly. Oh, dear. Yeah. It's a first for me. I've never fallen off the road before. And we'll wait for Ron to arrive. Here is the voiceover. There I am, looking very happy, driving the Minx on the way down to the show. It was all going so well. First photo is the Minx with small Geoff, and another photo of the Minx next to a Porsche 911, and another photo of the Minx, because the first thing you do when you go to a car show, as you know, is take a photo of your own car. Here we have a Mercedes-Benz SLK wearing 3-spoke alloy wheels. I love it. That looks fantastic. And then we have this Noble. Now, I really do quite like this Noble, but it had a beautiful interior, great colour combination. It was black with cream, which just suited it really well. Lancia in the front, and then a BMW in the background. We'll see that car again later. And this lovely Jag. I'm not normally an E-Type person, as you know, but this one really did get me going. Like this Porsche did as well, 911 GT3, is it? I think that's an earlier GT3, but they went up to about 100 grand, but I think they're more affordable now. Then we have a Ferrari 512 BI, very cool car, but they don't really sell in auctions, but don't tell anyone. And next up, we've got an Alfa Romeo Montreal, is that called? I haven't done any research, so I'm going off my brain box. I think that's an Alfa Romeo Montreal. It's beautiful. There's a Ferrari in the background, looks like a California, a Lancia peeking through there, and a Fiat. It's not a Fiat, is it? It's the fast one. What are they called? A Bath. That's the one. A Bath. Something I'm going to take later tonight. Now, this is a Ferrari. I think it's a Ferrari Superfast. Correct me if I'm wrong. But when I see the name Ferrari Superfast, it just makes me think of these, which were the slightly larger Matchbox cars from back in the day. Does anyone watching remember Matchbox alarm cars? And the alarm would go off if you didn't deactivate with the key. They were brilliant. I'm definitely not looking at one on eBay right now. Then we've got this Jag race car, which just looks super cool with Beck's livery. Jaguar were never that successful in Formula One, but their colours, the green and the white, were just excellent. And one of my favourite motorbikes in the world, Ducati 748, single-sided swing arm, twin headlight, just beautiful in yellow. I would very much like a Ducati if I bought a motorbike. Not that I have bought a motorbike ever or recently. A few Ferraris here again. Don't really know what that one on the front is called. And then the Golf Cabriolet, because we used to have one. Mrs. G used to rock around in a Golf Cabriolet. It was a 2-litre. It was rubbish. And it had this weird electrical problem. It broke down one day and nobody could make it work again, apart from one man in Hereford, and it cost us £800 to get it fixed. And then we sold it because it annoyed us. Aston Martin Vanquish. It's not Vanquish, is it? The DBS. It's a DBS from the movie Casino Royale. Excellent movie. And then this Ferrari 355 was gorgeous, blue with tan leather. But the weird thing was, there were two of these on site today. Two blue with tan leather 355 Ferraris. I love the big American truck, obviously. Here is the car again, because I liked it so much I took loads of pictures. Dodge Viper on the way in. You often see this car at Shelsley Walsh. It's always a good day when you see a Dodge Viper, isn't it? Ferrari 328 in blue. Beautiful. Loving that. And the Alfa Romeo GTV, Jeremy Clarkson, loves these, and that looks great in black. And then you've got some proper Ferraris. I would regard these three, no, two. I'd regard these two as proper Ferraris. Obviously, that's a Testarossa in the foreground, and then you've got a 550 Maranello in red. That looks absolutely wonderful. Look at this picture here. I mean, you've got four fantastic Ferraris. Is that a 430 Challenge Stradale Spider? I don't know my Ferraris, but I like the red ones. Not quite sure what that is. Is that a 458 Spider? Maybe? Correct me in the comments. Lamborghini Urraco? Urraco? Not sure, but that's the one that James May famously bought in the Supercar Challenge back when Top Gear were doing really, really cool challenges. Just brilliant when they bought those cheap supercars all those years ago. That's a Ferrari something. Not really sure what that one is. There's the 355 again. Obviously another photo because I loved it. And this is a man who's arrived at the show dressed as a Ferrari. He's got a Ferrari hat. He's got a Ferrari t-shirt. He's got Ferrari shorts. He's got Ferrari socks. And he's even got Ferrari shoes. I bet he left in a Volkswagen Golf. No, I'm joking. I'm pretty sure he owned a Ferrari. 360 Medina, beautiful. And did you know Murray Walker made his commentary debut at Shelsley Walsh in 1948? Bet you didn't know that. I didn't either. Lamborghini Gallardo. I do like a Gallardo, actually. Not that you'll ever see one on the channel, but I like them. And I really like this motorbike, mostly for the graphics. BMW 840, very cool. Not sure about the dark coloured wheels, but each to their own. And finally, this Aston Martin. Now, I don't really do Aston Martins from this era, but this one looked fantastic. Look how manly it looks. It's just a properly butch car. Now, let's go back to a really butch man with a really butch car who's fallen off the road.
This is before you start.
Now, you're not going to have an accident before you start. I mean, it's starting that causes the problem. There is no problem before you start. It's beautiful before you start.
So you're saying is that the accidents only happen when you get going?
That's the rule.
Oh, that was nice. Some locals just popped by to see if we were okay. I said, yeah, we're absolutely fine. We've just fallen off the road a little bit.
So what did you do?
Well, first things first, obviously. The first thing to do in an event like that is to underestimate the problem.
But Rescue Ron's on his way in Thunderbird 2. So we'll be on our way on a big green truck in no time. The funny thing is, I didn't actually feel it. Like, it didn't bump down, did it? When it fell off the road?
It made a massive...
But, no, that was only when I tried to move it, though. So I only realised that we'd fallen off the road when that rear wheel was spinning against the concrete. There's still a lot of classic cars and bikes still there. What's this? Ferrari. It's being sensible, look. That's what people want, isn't it? They want to film people leaving car shows and crashing, and that's essentially what I did, except it wasn't very dramatic. Anyway, let's have a look at my minks while we wait. So it was last taxed in 2005, 20 years ago, 31st of March, and it was a historic 20 years ago. That's pretty cool, isn't it? And oh, that's down in Kent. So it was last taxed in Margate. Well, I bought it from Birmingham. Well, funny the things you learn when you've only got 3 wheels on the highway. It looks ridiculous from there. It's quite cool though, because we can hear cars coming and it's a lovely warm evening and we've got a sunset. And most importantly, Ron's on the way with his truck. Something coming along and it's another Ferrari. Definitely the right day for it, isn't it? I mean, for a Ferrari, not for falling off the road. It's a bit like that Clark and Dawes sketch, isn't it? Well, what happened to the ship?
So what happened in this case?
Well, the front fell off in this case by all means, but it's very unusual.
This is a Ferrari. And that is a Porsche. And that's a tractor. You want to see the tractor, don't you? I know you're all more interested in the tractor. Of course it's a Massey. It was going to be a Massey, wasn't it? Ron must be about 12 minutes out by now. Something else coming along, look. This is a great place to fall off the road. I'm going to do this next time. I'm not going to bother going to the show. I'm just going to fall off the road first. That's a Jag. And that is a Ferrari Dino. Beautiful. SUY1. Very cool plate. Right, what's coming next? Are you going to wave them down with that, are you? And be like, yeah, we like your car. Or is it like the finish line, maybe? Yeah.
You won.
That's quite a funny scene. You swinging that and the bell ringing in the background. And the Hillman gently sliding into a ditch. Hey, it's Rescue Ron. Wow, he was quick. Yay, Rescue Ron's here. How on earth did he get here so fast? I only broke down 5 minutes ago. Rescue Ron's here. Oh, it's funny. Right, he's going to laugh at me now, isn't he? Fancy seeing you again. So, yeah, I sort of fell off the road.
Right, you have done too. See if I can help. Champion man.
Now we're going to cause the coolest traffic jam ever because they're all cars leaving the show.
Oh, brilliant.
Handbrake and stuff is on. And it's in gear. She's saved! Excellent. Right, jump in and we'll see if it drives. Thunderbird 2 has rescued us. It's not happy. We're just going to try and get it back to where it needs to go. Ron's going to shadow us on the way up there. And hopefully we'll finish out the evening in a Volvo with this thing safely in storage. If I didn't have Ron in my phone, I don't know what we'd be doing right now. We'd probably be trying to pull it out with my wife's 1 Series and I'd be on the verge of a divorce. But as it stands, Rescue Ron, the absolute legend. How long did it take him to get here? Wasn't long, was it?
No.
He was here in like 10 minutes. That is amazing. So, Ron's phone number is pinned in the top comment. If you need rescuing, if you've been to a classic car show and your Hillman Minx has fallen off the road on an evening when you were just trying to buy some chocolate for your 12-year-old, you know who to call. Ron, Rescue Ron. It's actually quite funny. This clip looks incredibly fast, but it wasn't, I assure you. For some reason on camera, it just looks like we're absolutely tanking it. Because when I used to his throttle last time, it conked out, didn't it? So I don't want to do that again. So I'm driving in second gear, and I'm giving it as much throttle as I dare.
Not even sure if I want to use third gear, because if we lose power and momentum, once we reach the top of the hill, we're okay. That's the thing. Oh, it's going. Come on, car. Come on, car. Let's just chuck it on. We chuck it on and run it up the road. I've got a car up there I can take home anyway. Giving up. It's not making it up the hill. It's not happy at all. So it's much safer to just chuck it on the truck and call that a night. So hopefully we'll get back to the Volvo in a minute, and then we'll get to the garage for some chocolate. We're gonna need a beer. Am I gonna fix it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not getting rid of this car. This is just teething troubles. Teething troubles are what you get when you buy an old car. We should get small Geoff out of the road. Absolutely no spatial awareness, just stood in the road chatting to me. Right, car's going on. Tell you what, considering we've only owned this just over a week, it's had a pretty dramatic week. It's undergone a transformation. It's done 2 car shows, and it's been involved in a serious accident where it fell off the road. What kind of life is ahead for this little minx? I'm excited to find out, and I hope you are too. Look at that building, isn't that beautiful? Proper scene, this. I wonder what time of year Ron switches from a vest to a t-shirt. I bet he's the sort of bloke that actually is just always in a vest, like regardless of the temperature. -12, winter's day. You phone Ron, he'll turn up on time and in a vest. That's what I reckon. I'd say that was a pretty successful end to a classic car show, wouldn't you? Broken down, fell in a ditch, and then got rescued straight away. Ended up in a Volvo, got some chocolate. That sound good?
Yeah.
What kind of chocolate do you want?
Marvellous Creations.
The Cadbury's Marvellous Creations?
Yeah.
All right. Well, because you've had to... Oh, look how bad that paint job is in this light. Quick, go around the other side. It looks better on the other side. Quick, get out the sun. There you go. Look, it looks much better this side. Isn't that nice? Beautiful. It is a cute little car. Right. Now, we have got a bit of a drive from here, so we'll jump in the truck and we'll check back in with everybody when we're in the Volvo. And there we go. That is the Minx. Back where the Minx should be. Let's go find a Volvo. Out of 10, what would you give our evening?
A 9.
A 9. What would have
Wait,
made
actually, a 6.
it a 6?
Yeah.
What would make it a 9?
Getting ice cream.
Get ice cream. If anyone's watching from Chelsea Walsh, Hill Climb, when you have your cars in a valley evening thing, is there an ice cream van that could turn up? Because we both really wanted a Mr. Whippy
There's usually one there.
with a flake and red sauce. I mean, not ketchup, strawberry sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. So if you're watching and you've got an ice cream van, on the Thursdays when Chelsea Walsh do the cars in the valley, get yourself down there. You've sold 2 right here. 4 if the rest of the family are with us, but they're taking a break tonight. So we ended up back in the Volvo. All's well that ends well. Lotus. That didn't end well. No, Geoff, don't start talking about Lotus. Some great cars there tonight, real good mix. It was Italian night tonight, so there were some lovely Ferraris. But thank you very much to the one chap who said that our Hillman Minx was the best car at the show. It was definitely the funniest. Thanks for watching. Try and keep away from ditches if you can.